On the Edit menu screen, there will be breakfast at the top, lunch in the middle in a different color, and dinner at the bottom. There are categories. There's entrees and breakfast sides and fruits and vegetables and so on. You also can have multiple entries into any category. You could have one entree, one breakfast side, one starter, and so on. Or like in this template, you could see a couple of entrees for breakfast and a couple for lunch. You could have 3 starches and 2 starters. It's up to you. You can have whatever number you want. Just let us know what would work best for you. To edit the menu, there is a down arrow to the right of every recipe. An example of this is if you go to Monday to the entree for lunch, we'll click on the down arrow for the garlic ranch. The default recipe will pop open and you can look at that and just keep it if that's what you would like to have. If that doesn't work for you, there are alternatives to consider. You could do the chili lime chicken or the chicken black beans and so on and so forth. And you can just pick something different by clicking on it. And when you do that, it puts it in that spot, and that's your choice. When you click on the down arrow and the recipe pops open, there are also substitutes that you could pick. And they're within the recipe. You click on the down arrow, hover over each one of these, and pick which one you'd rather have by clicking on it, and that'll make it that your choice. As you edit the menu, if you do not want a particular item, just click on No Option and it will not show up on your menu. Or if you don't like any of the choices, you can search the database, and all you do is type in a word of something you'd rather have. So if you'd rather have a steak, for example, you could click on, type in the word steak, and it's going to search the database and pull up all the recipes with the name steak in its title. And you can hover over those recipes, pick something in the list or the substitute within the recipe itself. So each one of these categories, you can click on the down arrow, keep the default, look at one of the alternates, do a substitute, or search the database. Your resident count is the number of people that you're going to be serving, and all you do is click up there at the top of the middle of your screen, and let's say you're going to be serving 60 people, just change it, and it's going to scale all your recipes to that count of 60 or whatever number you put there. You can control the production number at the recipe level. So if I'm doing 2 entrees, maybe for the first one I want to do 40 of the first one and 20 of the second one. You can put whatever number, a bigger number, smaller number, and it will control your production numbers. Now when you edit your menu, there are also serving size prices, and we will subtotal breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then you'll see a price per resident per day. These are national averages. You might be higher or lower, but it will give you a gut feel for your budgeting purposes. The last thing you can do on editing the menu is a special event. And each menu, each meal will have a special event you could do. And you do that by just clicking on the little box to the left of the special event. And you could select a theme, for example, for a special event. Whether it's the 4th of July or Easter or Mother's Day. In this case, let's go look at Oktoberfest. And when I click on a theme, it's going to load it in so that when I do edit the menu, you will see themes to consider for the entree, for example. I could do the juicy roasted chicken or the German braised sausage. When I do other categories like the vegetable, you'll see the theme there listed as well. So you can select special events for any day that you choose. We also can do an override. Now an override is we're not going to select a recipe, we're not going to see pricing, or it's not going to go on your shopping list. This is just a special event that you want to have, and you just type whatever you want to do. So if we're going to have a pizza night, I could type in pizza. Then I could give a description, and again the description can be whatever you choose to have your residents see. And then when you look at your menu for the week, it will have that special event listed there. So that is the end of the tutorial for the edit the menu.